I like
Interesting.
to write. So he's a Catholic and a good Catholic. Well, Jaimy, is it Jaimy? And do you have a middle initial or a middle name?
No
So
middle
we can
name,
find
and that is correct. Yeah, that's my first name is correct. Yes,
Jaimy, folks. Mauricio. Is that correct?
that is correct. Yes.
And we're talking about a book named Beyond 2012. Is that the name, and where can they get it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, it's Beyond 2012. Watch where you're going, and it's certainly available on Amazon, the Barnes and Noble website, also my publisher's website. You can get Outskirts Press. You can search there, and it's available there. But Amazon's probably the easiest for the listeners. If you just Google my name or look for Beyond 2012, Watch Where You're Going, you'll definitely see it there. And both
Watch where you're
Kindle
going.
and both Kindle and paperback. Yes.
Wow. Well, Janet, Beyond 2012, Watch Where You're Going. So that is available on Amazon or Kindle or Outskirts Press, folks, by Jaimy and Mauricio. Back to you, Janet Carol Lessin of Maui, Hawaii.
Okay. So, Jaimy, I wanted to know more about this conference, and you and Valerie came up with this idea together, or did she come up with it? And then tell us about the conference.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. The conference is called X-Files United in Rhode Island, and it's April 26th, 27th, 28th, 3 days, and we have some fabulous, awesome speakers that I'm excited about. It's at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Warwick, Rhode Island, which is an awesome venue. It's a beautiful hotel. Really about an hour. Yeah, about an hour south of Boston, about 5 minutes from the Rhode Island Providence airport. And it was really a convention that Valerie, it's all Valerie's doing. And I just met Valerie actually in December for the first time. She has been working on this for well over a year and a half now. And she's a big fan of the X-Files show, so she wanted to put on a conference for X-Files fans, all things related to the television show, the X-Files. So all things paranormal, covering UFOs, extraterrestrials, cryptozoology, basically a lot of the topics that the X-Files show covered. And I have attended many conferences over the years as part of my research throughout the U.S. And when I searched for conferences locally, there's several in New England that pop up, but this is the first in Rhode Island that I had seen. So she had her email available, so I reached out to her, and we met in December. And I said, hey, anything I can do to help you bring this, make this a reality and help make it a success, I'm happy to do that. So I've helped Valerie with certain things as I can. Basically, the website, I helped develop the website for her. I reached out to different folks, I think you all, and that's how we ended up on your radio. So we appreciate you having us on to get the word out about the conference. And so I've just been helping her, but really it's her idea. And on the website, which is called X-Filers United, that's FILERS UNITED, xfilersunited.com. You'll see the program, and we have a fantastic program list of speakers there. We have different folks from experiencers, abductees or experiencers. We have several folks from the paranormal field. Greg and Dana Newkirk, who recently came out with a movie. They've been researching for over a decade now, paranormal events. They have a movie called Hellier, which is about a town in Hellier, Kentucky that they did some research in, and that's on Amazon, I believe now. It came out within the last 2 months. Also on the paranormal side, there's Paul Eno. Paul has been in the industry for over 40 years. He's worked with Ed and Lorraine Warren, some notable people. He's been on with Art Coast to Coast with Art Bell. He's done television shows. He's really well-known researcher, so we're excited to have him there as well. We have some mediums as well. We have Gary McKinstry, who is a local medium out of Massachusetts. He's going to be there doing some special events as well as speaking. He's going to, help people connect with loved ones that may have passed. So he'll be there as well. We also have the film director and producer of the Bridgewater Triangle, which is also available, I think, on Amazon and maybe Netflix too, I believe. But basically that's about a region within Massachusetts called Bridgewater, where there's been over the years sightings and cryptozoology sightings. There've been it's a well-known area within the Massachusetts area called the Bridgewater Triangle, and Aaron Cajou, who is the filmmaker, will be there and will be showing the film on the Friday evening. And then on the cryptozoology side, we have some fantastic researchers in that field. Timothy Renner, who wrote a book called The Bigfoot in Pennsylvania. He will be there speaking. You have Joshua Cutchin and Colin Schneider. We're excited to have them come speak on the cryptozoology side as well. And then on the UFO side, on the ufology piece, we have Tom Reed, who, for those who don't know Tom Reed, he is out of Massachusetts, and there was a sighting, and this is the 50-year anniversary. This is back in 1969, where there was a sighting of a UFO, and the actual governor of the state of Massachusetts in 2015 they basically put up a monument and officially documented the site as historically significant and true. So that's located in Massachusetts, and it's called UFO Monument is what it's called. So Tom Reed, who was part of that encounter, he will be there and be speaking. He's been in several TV shows as well. And then we have several folks who have, again, experiences and also, claim to have been abducted, and they'll be there as well to speak about their experiences. Mike Stevens, Suzanne Chancellor will be there, again, all on the website. And then lastly, if I may mention, the show is about the X-Files. Just two things. Tim Weisberg, who we're really excited to have, he's going to be the convention MC. He does it for over almost a decade now. He's done a show called Spooky South Coast on the radio, and so he's going to be there as the MC. And then from the X-Files television show, we also have Dean Haglund, one of the actors on the television show known as the Lone Gunman. He will be there for the 3 days of the conference, and he'll be speaking and also presenting his documentary film as well, and he'll be there for autographs and photo opportunities as well. So quite the lineup. We have seances. We have all kinds of stuff planned. So and the schedule is also on the website.
Wow,
United. Awesome. Yeah. Well, Rhode Island Convention, folks, X-FILERS United, but you can look at HTTPS if you're paying attention, and that's :// the X, like on the alphabet, -FILERS UNITED.com, April 26th, 7th, and 8th at the Crown Plaza Hotel in Warwick, Rhode Island. Get your tickets. You can get them on where they get their tickets. Give me a ticket. Where I get a ticket? On the site?
Absolutely. Yeah,
or Eventbrite?
Yeah, the tickets are through Eventbrite. There's a link on the site to Eventbrite. Also lists the www.eventbrite.com. So X-Files United. If you search X-Files United on Eventbrite, you'll see it there. But there's a link as well on the conference website to purchase tickets. Valerie, she's fond of the operation. She's done it all, and she's she's no profit for her, but basically she's made it very affordable so that we get as big a turnout as possible. For all 3 days, it's only $60 to see all the speakers across Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and attend the events. For 2 days, if someone wishes to only attend 2 of the 3 days, that's $45, and then one day just to see one day for the speakers, it's $30.
How did you get Dean Haglund? I mean, he is like my hero in X-Files next to, of course, Mulder. So Dean is known all over as Langley, folks, the Lone Gunman. So he played on the Fox TV series X-Files and the spinoff series Lone Gunman. But is that you or Valerie that got Dean? Does he live up there or something? Are you guys paying him to come in from L.A.? What's up with that?
Valerie, that was all Valerie. She reached out to him, and basically, communicated with him, and then basically he agreed. And yeah, we are flying him out. He lives, I believe, somewhere in central U.S. Or maybe southern Canada. I forget now where he's coming from. But yeah, we're flying him in for the convention, and so that was Valerie's doing. I reached out to a bunch of local contacts and folks that I knew based on all the conferences I had attended over the last decade and research I had done. So maybe about half of the folks I was able to reach out and help Valerie secure about half of the speakers, and the other half she had procured all on her own. The Newkirks are another big name that she worked with them, and they're coming in from Ohio, I believe, and they'll be there Friday and Saturday, but presenting basically Friday evening.
Well,
and they're going to have.
It's good. He did Bigfoot in Pennsylvania. Are you familiar with him?
I have not read his book. I have not met him yet. Valerie worked to get him, so I'm excited to meet him. They're flying in, I believe, Thursday evening, both he and Joshua Cutchin. And then Colin, I think, is flying in on Thursday evening as well. So, yeah, I'm excited to meet a lot of these folks that I haven't met before.
Nice. Janet, want to talk about paranormal? How many researchers do we know, Janet? A few. Jaimy? Jaimy, you are a researcher, right? And you're a paranormal researcher, and you're going to be a key
Can you hear
player.
me?
Oh, now I can.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah,
I have this toggle. Like sometimes I'm toggled off. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you about some of the specific things because it's a very exciting conference that you're having. So we had Paul Eno on our show a couple weeks ago, and he was fascinating. Have you met all these people, or is this the first time you're going to meet some of these people?
I have met about half of the people that are speaking. We have a total of about 18 speakers for the weekend, and I know about half of them that I've met.
Right. So he was fascinating. I recommend going back and listening. And I can't remember what all he said, but he's a paranormal researcher, and he's able to see the beings and interact with them and have discussions with them. So that's always fascinated me. Now, any of these people that do the seances, I was just watching on YouTube. Some people who do seances actually channel the voices of the deceased, and their voice comes through. So, for example, they had some historical figures that we had their recordings of their actual voice. Oh, Sir Arthur, you can Google this on YouTube, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. And there's several psychics that when they channeled Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, his actual voice and intonation and accent and everything came through. And so you could compare the recording of the actual, there was only one movie made of Sir Arthur Conan Doyle in 1927. So you had his recording, and then you had these. Do any of your psychics pull in the voices? I don't see that happening anymore, but apparently that was how the channeling was back, in the 1800s and the early to mid 1900s. What are you aware of, or is this just?
Well, Gary
I think your mother.
Coming. Gary's
coming.
I don't know. I
don't know if he actually has their voice, or he's just saying, I sent so-and-so, Yeah,
Gary will be helping people connect with those who have passed. I spoke with Gary, but I didn't ask him that specifically. I don't believe he channels the specific voices. I can't say for certain, but I don't believe he does. But he can certainly help people connect, and he's been doing it for quite some time now. Yeah, he's a real deal, and
he's a real deal.
Yeah, he relaying facts that only the person and the deceased would have known, helping them, find closure. He's shared some remarkable stories on how he's done that with several folks. He was telling one story how he met with one family, and he sat down with them, and they wanted to know about their dad, and he said right away, he said to them, without even hearing anything from the family or knowing, he said, I'm telling you, I'm just getting this message from your dad that says it wasn't the morphine that killed me. And the family just broke down, and what Gary didn't know, and which is what he heard from the deceased father to the children, was that they had thought that maybe the medical staff had given too much morphine. But that was, and there was a lot of angst between the family and the hospital that provided services, And so Gary had no idea about that, but when he sat down with them, he said, hey, here's the first message I got. I don't know what it means. And, he helps people find closure in those ways when